Don't you just love CBR's narrative spin? Hello, this is Mara Jade, and here's another video, and this gem from CBR is entitled, Mass Effect Legendary Edition will be more welcoming to women gamers. Yes, you read that correctly, folks. More welcoming to women gamers. Why? Because Mass Effect Legendary Edition ensures FemShep's look is consistent across all three games, and that's just one improvement for women gamers. Never mind it being an improvement for all gamers, no, it's just an improvement for women gamers. Way to show that you're not sexist by splitting up the demographic. But at any rate, let's go into this article so we can get a gauge of the level of spin coming from CBR. So here it is. Mass Effect Legendary Edition promises to bring the original trilogy into the future with improved graphics, better load times, and a host of other designs meant to balance overall gameplay, as well as the booty censoring of Miranda. One of those promises includes ensuring a consistent look for the female version of Commander Shepard across the trilogy, something that wasn't quite possible in the past. In the original Mass Effect trilogy, the game's character creation tools advanced as the trilogy itself progressed, offering more options and details that weren't available in the first two games, which generally happens in trilogies and franchises, with the first game being the foundation and generally the worst as far as graphics and gameplay, and generally you see improvements as the franchise progresses into the second, third, and however many come after that. This often made it difficult to maintain a consistent appearance, especially for FemShep across all three games. Male gamers also played as FemShep. So why is it just an improvement for women gamers? BioWare has also listed improved makeup features and hairstyles for FemShep, as well as expanded choices for skin colors and textured hairstyles to make for a more diverse, there's that buzzword, consistent and representative character building experience. We've got to have that diversity, inclusiveness, and representation, pandering to a demographic that most likely has not played the games, and will most likely never will. EA and BioWare just seems hell fucking bent on losing money. I was hyped, pretty much, for this game. I was going to get it. I was planning on streaming it, as I mentioned in other videos. However, with the censorship news, and now this spin, my hype is dying more and more, to the point where I'm not even sure I'm going to get it. I have until May 14th to decide, because I'm sure as hell not fucking pre-ordering it right now. So I have till May 14th to decide. However, I'm seriously considering going to one of the local used electronics places that sells used DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs, and games. Electronics, pretty much. And seeing if there are copies of Mass Effect Trilogy there, rather than get this. I'm seriously considering doing that. I cannot even at this point. The iconic version of FemShep fans have come to know and love only made her marketing debut with the release of Mass Effect 3, and how that came to be is just a little bit off-putting upon reflection. Don't you like that? A bit off-putting upon reflection, meaning kind of like when they pull a movie or a song or whatever that was made decades ago and bring it into modern-day politics to show how problematic it is. In July 2011, BioWare began holding a contest on its official Facebook page, allowing fans to vote between 6 images to determine the canon appearance of the female Commander Shepard. Fans had long come to know and expect male Shepard's face in the franchise's marketing and packaging, as it did not change much over the course of the trilogy. For a lot of players, it seemed as though there wasn't even an option to play the game with a female heroine. For a lot of players, it seemed as though there wasn't even an option to play the game with a female heroine, when there fucking literally is an option to do so. Literally. Again, I hate using that word, but literally, you start the game up, you're creating a character, it gives you, do you want male or even female? Why is it for a lot of players it seemed like as though there isn't even an option to play the game as a female heroine? What the fucking fuck? Again, you're pandering to people who very likely, and I would bet fucking even money on this, who've not even played the game, and will most likely, again, betting fucking even money on this, won't even buy it. You killed the hype for most people who played the games and were looking forward to this with the stupid censoring of booty shots. If it wasn't a big deal, why the fuck did you do it in the first place? And now this. Now this spin coming from CBR. You're literally, I hate using that word again, killing the hype. Why? In the end, the votes were tallied, and it seemed fans wanted a blonde version of Shepard to represent the female players, but the fact of the matter was that no version of Shepard created in the game was ever going to look the way that version did. No! If you were stupid enough to fucking believe that, then that's on you. That's on you. Anybody who's played the game knows you don't go off things like that. You don't go off. Now, granted, you would expect good graphics and such when you're creating the characters, so they don't look like shit. But if you're playing a game going, why doesn't my character look exactly like this? When us gamers are going, because you don't go off of that, you fucking idiot. It caused a lot of controversy among the gaming community. Where was that controversy? I mean, I don't remember seeing anything about that controversy. If you're talking about controversy among the people who were triggered by Miranda's booty, that's not the gaming community. FemShep supporters rallied around their heroine, arguing that she should get her due, and that the beauty pageant nature of voting to choose her appearance went against everything FemShep stood for as a strong, capable woman. Again, first off, fictional character. Secondly, why are beauty and strength and capableness mutually exclusive to these people? How is it that you can only be beautiful, one or the other? That, in their minds, you can be one or the other, and they always get rid of beauty. They always get rid of beauty. Why is that? I think I have the answer. But it becomes mutually exclusive. To the point where you can't be strong and capable and beautiful. That goes against their entire narrative. For plenty of players, she was the better Shepard in a lot of ways. Plenty of players, to include male and female. There are male gamers who actually prefer playing as female Shepard. And it's not just about her looks. The voice acting is better. There it is. It's not just women playing as female Shepard. Hell, I would basically hazard to guess that there were even women gamers who played as male Shepard. Did you ever bother to think of that? In a recent interview with BioWare developers, it was also noted that in the original trilogy, there were often scenes that didn't translate well between male and female Shepards. While there weren't always ways to change the animation to reflect those scenes, BioWare could change the camera angle to be less objectifying towards characters like Mass Effect 2 companion Miranda. There fucking is to be less objectifying. Again, who the fuck cares? Were there some basically gratuitous shots there? Abso-fucking-lutely there were gratuitous shots. But at the same time, it was never a big deal. It was never a big deal. The only people who made it a big deal were people who have to be triggered by every goddamn little thing out there. Otherwise, their lives are meaningless. However, BioWare couldn't completely redesign Miranda, several of the Asari, or the Mass Effect AI icon Edie. Gamer demographics have changed significantly in the last 13 years, but completely overhauling all of these characters wasn't a feasible choice for the scope of the Legendary Edition remaster. Ideally, BioWare will keep these changes in mind as it continues to develop Mass Effect franchise. Now I'm worried. Keeping these changes in mind as they continue it, now I'm worried. If you're willing to censor something that wasn't even a big deal to begin with, what else are you willing to censor? What else is getting censored in the Legendary Edition, and what else will be censored to be less objectifying, for example, in Mass Effect 4? Because you're planning on that down the road. What else are you willing to do to pander to a demographic who doesn't give two shits about your game? All they care about is finding a narrative to complain about. A new game was announced during the Game Awards, and fans probably weren't thinking much beyond the possibility of seeing Commander Shepard again. However, due consideration of women, thank you, male feminists, both in-game and out, will certainly impact the game's reception. This is so fucking stupid. I love how to show how not sexist they are by splitting up the sexes. The changes, the more options for looks, particularly for femshep, are welcoming to all fucking gamers. It's not just women gamers. Women weren't, first off, I can only speak personally, while the options were limited, I never once complained about it as a female. I complained about it as a gamer. As a gamer. Because that's what I am first and foremost in this sense. I just happen to be a fucking woman. But, at any rate, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Are you still planning on getting this game? Are you not planning on getting this game? Are you on the fence? I'm still kind of on the fence right now when it comes to it. Like I said, I have until May 14th to decide. However, I'm seriously considering buying some used copies and playing those instead because god fucking damn it. BioWare, now CBR, keeps wanting to kill my hype. Kill my hype. I was looking forward to this, but now, probably not going to get it. Probably not going to get it. But that's just me. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think of this spin that CBR put onto it? Let me know your thoughts on that. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. Share on social media if you will. This is Mara Jade, catching you on the dark side with my next video and or live stream. And until then, save Miranda's booty.